This is your weekly update based on your sign. This is for signs Leo through Scorpio. I've already posted part 1 and I will be posting part 3 with the rest of the signs. Watch your rising sign for your primary message, and you can also watch your sun sign for a secondary message. Leo. So we're going to talk about the overall energy of the week first, and then I'll get into what's going on each day because we have a lot of shifts going on this week. We have Mars entering Taurus, Venus entering Cancer, and the Sun entering Gemini. Mars entering Taurus, this is kind of extending the energy of Taurus season, and it's going to allow you to start to take action on your long-term goals. Or some of you might have been waiting for a job opportunity or some action in your career, and Mars entering Taurus is going to bring that action for you. With Venus entering Cancer, when it comes to your relationships and how you connect with other people, that kind of softens this week. You are thinking more about the emotional connection you have with people. You might be processing and healing from relationships in the past and allowing yourself to heal and let go. And then the Sun entering Gemini, your friendships and your sense of community become a big focus. You might start to see more plans with friends. You might start spending more time out and about in your community. So if you combine all this energy, this week is really about balancing your sense of ambition and going after what you want and your long-term goals, while also checking in with your inner world and your emotions. So it's an interesting combination. And on Monday, we have the moon in Gemini. So Monday for you is a socially active day. You could have plans with friends. You might be collaborating with people. You might be out and about in your community. Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon enters Cancer, and that shifts things for you. Tuesday and Wednesday are quieter days, more reflective days for you. You're craving more time alone. Tuesday and Wednesday are good days for you to allow yourself to process the things that you've been healing from in the past. Then Thursday and Friday, the moon will be in Leo. So, the moon enters your sign, that brings your energy back. Those are great days for you to focus on you, focus on self-care. You might feel more inclined to speak out on something that you are passionate about or share your emotions with someone. Thursday and Friday are great days for you to focus on creativity, focus on your hobbies and having fun. Then over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the moon is in Virgo. That allows you to kind of ground yourself again. You might be thinking about your sense of stability, your financial situation over the weekend. It's a good energy for kind of slowing down a little bit and maybe planning the week ahead. If you want more specific details about what's coming up for you in the next couple of months, check out the link in my bio for a prediction reading. Virgo. So first we're going to go over the overall energy of the week, and then I'll get into what's going on each day. We have a lot of shifts happening this week. We have Mars entering Taurus, Venus entering Cancer, and the Sun entering Gemini, which bring very different energies, each of them. So it's an interesting combination. So with Mars entering Taurus, this kind of extends the energy that you've already been feeling during Taurus season of wanting to learn, wanting to maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Some of you could be taking action on things related to education or related to travel while Mars is in Taurus. With Venus entering Cancer, that means when it comes to your relationships, this is a great time for you, if you're single, to go out and about and meet people in your community or spend time with your friends. Your social life could get better while Venus is in Cancer. And then with the Sun entering Gemini, you are focused on your long-term goals. So this week could be a great time to use your connections in your community to help you in your career, collaborate with people at work. And you're thinking bigger now. You're thinking bigger this week. You know that, you've done a lot of processing during Taurus season where you've been thinking about how you can let go of certain limiting beliefs. And this week is allowing you now to continue to grow that mindset. Now let's get into each day. So Monday, the moon is in Gemini. Monday is very career focused for you, or you're focused on your long-term goals. You could be a busy day at work, or you might be, out and about in public, working with other people, just focusing on your goals and what you want to do. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon will be in Cancer. Tuesday and Wednesday are great days for you to spend time with your friends, the type of friends that make you feel emotionally secure. It's a great time, those days, for, social events, even collaborating with people at work. Then Thursday and Friday, the moon enters Leo, and for you, that actually slows things down a little bit. After somewhat busier beginning of the week, you want to take some time for some alone time, for connecting with your inner world. When I say that, I mean doing things, meditation, focusing on your emotions. And instead of focusing on getting things done, being productive, you have to focus on how you're feeling and that sort of energy. And then Saturday and Sunday, the moon is in Virgo. So over the weekend, it's like your weekend. You're feeling very connected to yourself. connected to your emotions. It's a good weekend for self-care. It's a good weekend for expressing how you feel about something. And so the weekend kind of helps you connect back to yourself, and your Virgo energy is definitely highlighted over that weekend. And if you want to know more about what's coming up for you specifically, check out the link in my bio for a prediction reading. Libra. So we're going to first talk about the overall energy of the week, and then I'll get into what's going on for you each day. We have a lot of shifts going on this week. We have Mars entering Taurus, Venus entering Cancer, and the Sun entering Gemini, which brings, each brings very different energy. With Mars entering Taurus, this kind of extends the energy that you've been feeling during Taurus season, where you have been processing, you've been letting go of fears, things have been coming to the surface that you're ready to address. And with Mars entering Taurus, it's like now you're ready to take action on things. It can also be a time where you're starting to take action on shared finances, things like loans and investments. And at the same time, Venus enters Cancer, which is actually really beneficial transit for your career. You could receive job opportunities. You could be seen in a more favorable way in public while Venus is in Cancer. And then the best news, I think, for you is the Sun enters Gemini, which definitely helps bring you out of maybe a bit of a darker period. And now you're starting to see the light more. You're feeling more optimistic. You've done a lot of changes, even though people haven't maybe noticed it. It's more been like internal changes that happened during Taurus season. The Sun entering Gemini, now it's like, you can take a breath. You feel like the world is more open. The possibilities are endless. You might feel like you're more inspired to learn something new or travel somewhere while the Sun enters Gemini. You combine all this energy. I think you should be proud of yourself this week for, working on yourself, and you're starting to see the light at the end of all of that, the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to all of that work and processing that you've been going through. Now let's get into what's going on each day. So Monday, the moon is in Gemini. Monday feels kind of exciting, curious. You might learn something new. You might be teaching someone something. It is a day where you're feeling optimistic and open. Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon will be in Cancer. So Tuesday and Wednesday are the days that you're really focused on your career. Those are great days for, doing a presentation at work, an interview, or focusing on your long-term goals and what you want to accomplish, how other people are seeing you. Also, your work-life balance could be something that you're thinking about on those days. Thursday and Friday, the moon is in Leo, and for you, that is great days for socializing. You might have plans with friends. You might be out and about in your community. Thursday and Friday, you're noticing how much support you have from the people around you. Then over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the moon is in Virgo, which does make it a quieter weekend for you. You might want to kind of unplug a little bit, spend some time alone. You've been very social and active the rest of the week, and over the weekend, it is more time for you to just chill. If you want to know more about what's coming up for you specifically, check out the link in my bio for a prediction reading. Scorpio. So first we're going to go over the overall energy of the week because we have several planets changing signs, and then I'll get into what's going on each day. So first of all, we have Mars entering Taurus, we have Venus entering Cancer, and we have the Sun entering Gemini. With Mars entering Taurus, this kind of extends the energy from Taurus season, where you were thinking a lot about your connections to other people, your relationships. And with Mars entering Taurus, now it's time to take action on those relationships and your connections with other people by doing things like maybe taking to the next level with your partner or setting boundaries where you need to with people. With Venus entering Cancer, this is actually a really beautiful transit for you. Some of you could be going on trips, or you could just be feeling more open-minded about love in general or relationships in general. You're realizing that there is more out there for you, especially when it comes to your love life. With the Sun entering Gemini, this is quite a different energy, so you are feeling expansive and wanting to grow and learn. And at the same time, you are going through a bit of transformation and healing and processing while the Sun is in Gemini. If you combine all that energy this week is allowing you to evolve, it's allowing you to let go, and maybe you notice your own patterns that you're holding on to that you're just ready to release. Now let's get into each day. So Monday, the moon is in Gemini. Monday is a quieter day. It's the day where you're processing and reflecting. It feels like you feel a little bit more vulnerable on Monday, but then Tuesday, the moon will be in Cancer. Both Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon will be in Cancer. So those days are great for you to try something new, to learn something new. You feel more optimistic. Thursday and Friday, the moon will be in Leo. So those are career-focused days for you. Good for interviews, good for presentations or conversations and collaborating at work. And then the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the moon is in Virgo, which is a great time for socializing, connecting with your community and connecting with your friends. you want to know more about what's coming up for you specifically, check out the link in my bio for a prediction reading.